Hi, Sarah O'Kelly here with Skipper's Review TV, and I am here with Sam Crowther of Atlantic Radio Telephone in Fort Lauderdale, and Sam has an office in Miami as well. But really what I want to touch on today is the whole aspect of marketing in the marine industry. So we know at this stage of the game, digital marketing is not necessarily a luxury anymore. It's more of a necessity, right? So it can be a huge benefit to your business if it's taken care of in the right way. But I know you have been with Atlantic Radio Telephone for roughly like 18 years at this stage. So you've seen marketing go from magazines, print marketing, I guess, more, and now it's developing more into the digital. Can you tell me, is there any kind of area that you feel has been a general useful area for you that you've been able to use all these years that's a good standard for you?
Well, interestingly enough, my first job at Atlantic Radio Telephone was creating websites. And yeah, that was over 18 years ago, and back then e-commerce really hadn't even evolved at all yet. But I was hired to create a couple websites. I think in all we created 5 or 6 of them, and a couple of them took off, and those websites have generated a lot of revenue for us over the years. We've seen over the years that just in marketing ourselves online through having a website has changed significantly. When we first started doing it, people were highly suspect of ever buying anything online. And now today, I think most people get half of their commerce online through Amazon, different channels and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely evolved throughout the years. But I guess having a website has been consistent. Having a good cutting edge website has always been important to us, and I think that's always played a role in our sales. When we talk about the maritime market, that we get a bit off of Google search and stuff like that. We have our Sat Phone Store brand, which isn't really focused on the local marine industry. That's kind of more of a global focus, and that really Google and other types of search engines and stuff like that are the only way we can announce our presence and things like that. But in both cases, doing everything we can to appear higher in the search results is extremely important to us.
You're ranking well on Google, but so is a lot of people. How are you getting out to people and standing out?
Well, first of all, to talk about feedback, we submit ourselves to our customers on Google and other platforms, and allow them to rank us publicly, which means that if a customer is not happy with what we did and they give us a poor ranking, that affects our rank on Google and Facebook and Yelp and all these different websites. We started doing that several years ago, and I think the act of letting customers publicly review us has really helped us raise our game, because we've got to be better, in order not to get a bad review. Then if we do get a bad review, we reach out to them, we apologize, we try to learn from it, and that actually makes us better, because it helps us see what we get tunnel vision. We think we're doing everything right, but when you get that customer feedback and they go, we didn't like this, then we go, oh, wait a second, well, that seems fine for us, but maybe the customer doesn't like that, and then we can tweak things and change it. So yeah, subjecting ourselves to public reviews has dramatically changed us. So
you don't shy away from reviews.
We did it first. It was a scary thing to do when we first did it, but now I'm extremely glad we did, and we'll continue to do that.
So a review platform specifically designed for the marine industry, you think this would be a good idea?
Absolutely. If there was one, I'd like to know about it. No, honestly,
might just know one.
Skipper's Review is great. The fact that it's that's especially here in South Florida, where we're uber targeting the maritime market, to have a closed community that can give us referrals online, that is extremely valuable thing.
So how is business right now, and why is if it's good, why is it good?
Business is great. I think it's, as far as why it's good, I think at Atlantic Radio, I think we have a great team. We have a hardworking team, and the business is only ever as good as its people. And so after years and years and years of just doing right for customers and having team members that work well with customers and things like that, I think that's paying us back now. Where it's just we've kind of gotten a name in the marketplace that people trust, and that's your reputation is probably the most valuable thing you have. So I think that's one reason why it's great. The other reasons, I think we're good at marketing. I think we've figured that out, and we're always still learning. We've always got to keep evolving, but I think we've done that well, and we've got a good team that does that, and we work hard, and probably a little bit of luck.
So we've got digital marketing, which is great. If you know how to use it, it can be amazing. But do you feel like getting in front of the customer is like boat shows, trade shows, all this kind of thing? Do you think that's almost just as helpful as a customer service, personal contact with your customer?
Well, as far as events like trade shows and networking events and things like that, I find them very, very helpful. I think it's those are a key. They have a key place in our entire advertising marketing, realm. The return, the immediate return on those, maybe not as good as some of the digital and online type of marketing we do. But there's more things that we get out of that than just making direct sales. There's indirect sales that come from that. There's a lot of feedback we get from customers by the various marketplaces that we work in, and actually being out there and talking with them is very, very valuable to us, so we can learn how to stay relevant and keep up with those customers. I think honestly, review websites, they separate the sheep from the goats in the sense that if a business is willing to submit themselves to public reviews and they're doing well there, then I think that should say a lot toward the potential buyer versus someone that won't do that. If a company refuses or just doesn't take the time to put themselves out there in this digital age, that's a little bit concerning. So I think customers looking for a solution, obviously finding a site like Skipper's Review or whatever their industry is, that's the first place I'd look to before I'm doing something, is to see how those reviews are online. Yep.
All right. Okay. So Sam Crowther, Atlantic Radio Telephone. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep. My pleasure. Thank you.
All right.